Hello and welcome. I'm Snow. It is 52 a.m. South African Standard Time. So it's Friday today. I am looking at Nvidia Corporation on Nvidia. I don't know how you guys pronounce it, but starting from the monthly time frame. And we all know, this is a tech giant stock that has been rallying like crazy, especially in the past few months. And of course, it's normal for a stock to rally this much because when the trend is about to end, that's when the general public normally realizes that, well, we are in an uptrend. So, as you can see, starting from the low, which was established in November 2008, following the crash, I believe we saw wave one of the intermediate degree, which is blue here, and then, of course, wave two, and then we saw sub wave one, two, and then wave three, which actually peaked in October 2018, and then wave four, we saw it, which was like brief as much as wave two of the minor degree was, and then, of course, we saw wave five to complete actually, the third wave of the intermediate degree. So one of the things that I would like to mention is that in Practa's book as well as Frost, they mention, that the volume normally in wave degrees that are below primary, it will be, well compliant. That is, we expect the volume to be, at peak within the third wave. And if you look here, that's when, the volume peaked indeed within the stock, as we all know that the third of a third is often the most powerful wave or powerful fraction of an impulse. And that's what we see here. We saw this steady rise in volume, and it was so powerful. And since then, we haven't seen a volume that exceeds this one right here that we saw on the third of a third. So I think right now the rally on Nvidia is about to see its end, as you see right here, because this is Elliott's final channel, and you know that the final channel uses the termination point of wave two as well as that of four, and that of a third wave, which is where we draw the parallel line or the parallel line of like the channel in order to predict, that of like the fifth wave, the end of the fifth wave, in which case right now you will find that we have broken above the upper boundary of Elliott's final channel. So this is in this case called the throw over. Sometimes you will see a throw under where on the fourth wave or sub wave two of the fifth wave, of which in this case this is the fourth wave, and then that's probably sub wave two. So we didn't see a throw under that will often precede the throw over, but this is normal. So Prector in his book does say that sometimes it is good to double Elliott's channel, and so that's what we did right here. We doubled it, and then if we go to the weekly time frame, I think you will see that it's better labeled. We kind of like got this close up look of the chart. You can see that's our wave one, two, and then three, and then four, and then five. Again, we want to confirm using the volume. You can see right here the volume did peak onward on the first wave. So this is normal on kick off waves. Precht, I think he calls them the kick off waves. Normally when the wave one of an impulse is very, very powerful. So this phenomenon is very common in the Forex market when we're looking at the yen pairs. So in this case, we saw it, I believe this is one, two, and then three, four, five. Because if I can shift from the bars to the line chart, and that's what we will see. I believe this is one, two, and then three, four, five right there, and then subwave one, subwave two. But also there's something that is worth noting. For example, this is probably the third wave. How will this one be invalidated, this wave count, when the current rally, is longer than the rally from 39.23 and then up to the top of the third wave right here? Because that will mean that our third wave, what is rather labeled as the third wave, is now the shortest wave in this case, of which that's not what we want to see. The third wave, according to Elliott wave rules, can never be the shortest wave because you can already see that the third wave is shorter than the first. So this rally right here that we're expecting is the one that will confirm if whether are we, in the third wave, the fifth wave of like the fifth, because you can see we already have the third and then the fourth right here, which was as brief as the second, and then we believe we're in the fifth. So once we have a rally that is like longer than this one, then that will mean instead of this being wave 3 of the minor degree. It's instead wave 1 of the minor degree. Then this is wave 2. So we were actually in the third of the third within wave 5, because that will mean it's 1 2 and then 1 2. Then we're in wave 3 of minor degree within this third wave right here. But there's something interesting, I believe, on the I think it's 4 hourly. So you can see these are like the internal wave counts here on the daily. This is 1 2 of what of minute degree, and then subwave 1, subwave 2, 3, 4, and then 5 of the minute degree. And if you check the line chart, right, you will see it's 1 2 and then 3 4. And here if you look at this part, 1 2 3, and then I believe that's 4, and then that's 5. That's why some of you maybe might be confused as to why did I count it this way with a truncation, because you can clearly see this decline from this top is 5 and then a 3 and then another 5. If not, it's likely that it's W, X, and then Y. But either way, it's a win. So we saw another rally to form the fifth wave of the third. That is, right now we might be in a triangle. That's what I'm anticipating, as you can see, because I believe this move was a WXY, this one right here. Yeah, I will confirm on lower time frames, though I believe I cleared my work. But I think this is W, like wave, I mean a W structure from there to there, which in this case might be the bottom of wave 4 or wave A of a triangle. Hence, I did this, like I drew these red lines. Why did I draw these red lines? Because I'm anticipating a triangle. And if you're someone who trades trend lines as well as chart patterns, I think that's also a good one for you. So I believe this is probably A in the case of a triangle. Then this will mean that this is wave B, or A of an ABC, or W, X, and then Y wave B, which might move sideways even further. But what I like about it is that we are still trading within Elliott's channel, that is final channel in this case, because we have the bottom of wave 2, and then what I believe is the bottom of wave 4 in this case, and then we also have the top of the third wave. So right now, once we see a break above this red trend line right here, it will mean that indeed the trend to the upside is continuing. But at the same time, it could mean that we're still in a triangle. But in the case of a triangle right now, I'm expecting, let's say, a move to the downside first to complete wave E, and then a push to the upside, as in like this way, because I believe that will be wave A, and then B, and then C, and then this is probably D, and then E. But also wave D might climb and reach this price right here. That is pretty much normal, but we don't want it to like go as far as this, because well, that will be a clear violation now of Elliott wave rules, because we know that the BD, in as much as like wave D, because it has characteristics of the first wave according to Practice book, it does breach, yes, the BD line, but it shouldn't go as far as as like around $135. So at the moment, I'm expecting a rally here on Nvidia, because I also believe that we're trading exactly on a range, a sideways movement, which is contracting. Also the 50 EMA is offering a support in this case. And then also I want to check the 4 hourly, because the 4 hourly is kind of like interesting to me. I haven't updated this, but I believe at the moment that we have our wave 1 and then 2, because if you check here, you can clearly see this is probably like 5 waves to the upside, even if you count it from this low 1 2 and then 3 4 5. But in the case of bars, you see something different: 1 2, and then I believe that's 3, and then 4, and then that's 5 right here at 131.26. And then we saw that decline right there. And then here, this is a bit, complicated, in the sense that this can be also wave A of a flat. What do I mean by that? Let me just clear this for you so that you will see what I'm talking about. Instead of 100, what this price right, which is 195, it can be wave A and then B and C of a flat. At the same time, it can be wave A, B, and then C, and then D, and then we might expect a decline to the downside to complete the triangle. Either way, both a flat scenario, wave 2 in this case, wave 2 will be here. That will mean this is A, B, and then C. It will be okay either way. So Nvidia, I'm expecting a bullish move in overall. Of course, I'm waiting for maybe a bit of a throwback in this case. That's highly possible in the case of a flat wave 2 or a triangle wave 4. But either way, I'm extremely bullish here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will not go to other forms of technical analysis, which include um, indicators like, for example, the oscillators. Of course, I did show you the volume. I won't go to that. Even Japanese candlesticks, because I will want to stick to the wave count right now, and then from there I will decide when there's confirming price action. But once we take out this high right here for me, I feel like that will be it. It will be a clear confirmation that indeed now the uptrend is continuing. Well, that does it for me today. Have a good one.